why mobile notaries are in high demand and how you can capitalize on this trend. Man, as time goes on, more and more people are starting to realize, like, oh, okay, there's money in this mobile notary game. Well, duh, I wouldn't be in here just because I look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some money too. But just to take it a step back, the reason I feel like the mobile notary industry is doing well right now is because a lot of people are stuck on the flashy stuff out there. All right. So, not saying that other business models don't work, because obviously they do. It's not the business model, it's the person off rip. But you'll see a lot of people are running towards the e-commerce, which is great. The Airbnbs, the Turos, all of that stuff is great. But when it comes to age-old businesses that people are always going to need a service for, you got the notary stuff. And the reason why I think it's doing so good is because as we go into this AI era, people kind of want to have more of a personal feel. I think that one of the biggest reasons why it's doing good is, one, because of AI, two, because of elderly people. I would say probably those are two of the biggest reasons. Oh, and income. So basically, when I say AI, think about when you call your bank. Think about when you call these places. A lot of times you're having to deal with robots, and you and I both know how annoying that can be when you're just trying to speak to an individual and a person to get the answers, to have some human support, to have somebody that understands the nuances of your question. You got to speak to a robot. So when you have that human contact, it just makes you feel better overall. And as different industries such as like Ron, just online notarizations are growing, there is a subset of people out there that aren't really happy about that or really like even care about that. There's a subset of people that don't feel like uploading the documents, seeing somebody online, I got to be on camera, and no, they're not trying to do that. And that subset of people are the elderly people. They have something called the signature tsunami, the silver tsunami, or like the gray tsunami or something like that. It's basically all these old people leaving their businesses. But basically, all these baby boomers and all these older folk are getting to the age now where they're on the other half of life, to put it, nicely. So these individuals have a hard time walking, or sometimes they're in like hospice, or sometimes they're in new healthcare facilities. Sometimes they're just at home and they don't feel like leaving the house. These people want people to come to them. Some of these people, and I know because most of my clients are elderly, don't want to drive to UPS. They have to get in their car, like, oh, they don't want to drive in the traffic. And I live in Florida. This is old people heaven. Old people come here to, spend out their last days. So I'm always around elderly people. And I understand how the mindset is. Why would I drive to UPS or USPS? We're going to have somebody just come here and save my time. So what they're doing is they're just calling mobile notaries to come to their location and notarize their documents. And as the years go on, these people are getting older and older. So there's an influx of elderly people that don't want to worry about AI and doing or notarizing a document online. They just want somebody to come to their house and stamp the damn papers. They don't want to, I upload a document. Let me call my granddaughter so she can teach. No, they don't care about that. But those are the people you need to be speaking to. That is why I believe that it's on the rise, because all these elderly people are getting to those older ages and they still want to have that human touch, that human contact, and just ways of getting the service done. And also, what I'm realizing as time goes by, there's more and more individuals that are entering the notary business. And why is this good, might you ask? And how can you capitalize off of this? This is supposed to be 9 to 5, but I'm drawing with my mouse. Is because majority of people get their commission either because they're annoyed or they're tired of working at their 9 to 5. Well, actually, that was one. It was annoyed. Oh, or they want to make more income, more money. How could I forget that? So they're getting their notary stamp because they're annoyed at their job. They want to make more income, or their job just tells them like, hey, they need to become a notary. These are the reasons that they're getting it. But the beauty of it, and not to even be mean, but the majority of these people like 95% of them are not going to even stick to it, which means we have a growing demand because of AI and elderly people. We have people entering the industry, but they're not taking it seriously, which leads to 95% of the people not making money. So you can be one of the 5% that is making the money, which means if there's a high supply, if there's a low supply and a high demand, there's a lot of opportunities for you to make money. You just need to position yourself right. If you're not getting jobs, notary jobs, it's because you're just not doing something right. Maybe your marketing is off. Maybe your website sucks and you think it looks good. It can be anything like that. You can capitalize off of these opportunities as the demand grows. Not only that, every year as these people are getting older, you also have millennials and what is it, Gen X? I think it's Gen X before millennials. I'm a millennial. Gen X. They're starting to get to elderly ages too. And they might not be as bad as the baby boomers. They might have a little bit more social media intelligence or a little bit more technologically savvy, but it's still a lot. Some of you guys, there's a lot of you guys that they're like, oh, I'm not really good with technology. When you guys get older, when you're like 60 years old, you think you're going to want to hop online and figure out how to upload a document? Probably not. Probably not. You're probably just like, all right, let me just call somebody, pay him this $50. They come to my location, look at my ID, and call it a wrap, and call it good. So there's always people getting older. Somebody leaves this earth every day. I got to be careful what I say on YouTube. So and all these people getting older, there's more opportunities to make money. Provide your service, make your money, be a part of the 5%. And then at that point, once you understand, like, okay, being a notary is an older business, I'm able to make money, and it's something that can be around here for a while, then at that point, all you need to ask yourself is like, all right, how can I become the top 5%? How can you become the top 5%? These are the questions that you need to be asking. And that's what I asked myself, and that's why I went on a journey of like learning my marketing, learning how to run some ads, learning media buying, learning how to do some good guerrilla marketing tactics. And that's why, circling back, that is exactly why I created the Notary hybrid system. Because when I got into this industry, I was like, yo, I'm broke. Honestly, it was like, I wasn't even trying to save the world. I was just like, bro, I just need some money. I joined and I was like, I just need some money. And how I did it, I was like, I need to make the most money possible, spending the least amount of money possible to make some money back ASAP. And I created a Notary hybrid system. Watch my other video. It can explain what the Notary hybrid system is, not going into that in this one. But to be part of this 95%, use what's called the Notary hybrid system to start bringing in more income, stable income, without having to rely on signing services. I don't know why I said it like that. Without having to rely on signing services. So a lot of people, they come into the industry because their job does it, or because their job forces them, or because they just get annoyed and they're trying to find other income. But they get so distracted with all the other little things in life. The social media, the family, or more times often, they either go back to their job, they just complain a little bit, get their commission, look up stuff about it, and then go back to the job. That's what's gonna happen. Most of them are doing that, which is just a waste of like. They don't understand that they're sitting on a gold mine. All they have to do is just look down and dig. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like all you need is right here, but you're too like lazy to see it. So don't be the type that gets their commission after you finally enter the industry. Scroll on a couple of TikTok videos, Instagram reels, YouTube shorts. Think about doing all these strategies and these tactics that you hear, and then don't do it. Don't be that guy. Take the time, consume some long-form content, buy some courses, read some ebooks, gather as much information as possible so you can become part of the 5%. Stand out. If you guys want to do some one-on-ones also, shameless plug, hit the link below. I'll do a one-on-one with you guys, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. Every week we'll meet. I'll walk you through the process of making 2 to 5K plus in your notary business. Stop being lazy. If not, get the ebook. Get the ebook. Get the notary bundle. I got a free bundle down below that can help you make out some money. If you got like a couple bucks, get the bundle. It has even more tools to help you close that gap and make some money faster. It has like a phone script in there, email script, a list of 300 signing services that we took our time and put in there. so you guys can sign up with. Get that stuff, man. Mine, somebody else's, it doesn't matter. But get some stuff and start implementing it and making some money, because the rise is happening. And now you guys understand why I believe that rise is happening. So don't just jump in and jump out. Be right here. Anyways, though, I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Peace, love, and your boy Knowledge is out.